Today I'm reviewing The Princess of Flora by Pathomporn, and I imagine that's probably a normal name. What do I know? Take all of this with a grain of salt, because I gained this information by using the translate tool on my browser to translate a Wikipedia page from Thai to English. But according to Wikipedia, this guy is a singer-songwriter who has a unique face. He also previously formed a band called Gay in all caps letters, and apparently said band was also destroyed when a child sabotaged their keyboard before a live performance. And there's one final piece of information about his history I would like to mention, which was that with the release of his album Pry, he apparently included with the album many pictures of himself naked, and also announced to the world that he had died. This is our guy, really. That last piece of information convinced me. Apparently this album discusses things like being at a rock bottom point in life in which you consider suicide, among other things such as recognizing the necessity of sacrifice in your life, as well as wanting to become a good person. I, however, do not understand a word of this album. Though it was hard enough for Catman to learn English to communicate with humans. He can't be going around learning every language just so he can understand albums better. So yeah, I won't really be able to remark upon any meaning in the lyrics, but I have plenty to say about the other aspects of this album. This is also part of a double album, so I guess I will check out this album's sister at some point as well. Anyway, without further ado, let me begin the review. There's this airiness to this album I very much enjoy, especially because right now it's fucking sweltering. As I'm recording this review, I'm fucking sweltering right now. But yeah, it's sort of like ballady, but in a cool masculine way, and not in a cheesy way. Very 80s feeling to it. There's this depth of emotion in the vocals that I really like, both Pathomporn's and the female backing vocals that appear in the first few tracks. But Pathomporn especially is a really good singer. I think the mixing could do with some work at points. Usually when it's more rocky, the vocals are mixed loud, but I rate the production overall. It's quite creative, I feel. There's a cool tone to much of it. A lot of this stuff is very gentle and has this serious vibe to it, or not somber or miserable. It's just on some real shit. Cool melodies all over this album as well, whether it's these ethereal light synth sounds or the chill gentle guitar or the piano is awesome. Many of the tracks have this cool twangy bass, and all of the songs have very nice guitar playing too, with the occasional really badass solo. This band does climaxes very well if you ask me, but I actually prefer the more gentle songs on this album. They're very beautiful, which, you know, lucky for me, because there's tons of them here. I feel like this sort of stuff I usually like less with these sorts of albums, but this guy is just a master at it. The piano is really cool. There's always some unique things going on in the instrumentation to keep things fresh. Nothing ever feels stale, and the songs never get to a point where they feel played out. The 6th track is a very good example of what I'm on about. There's like uncommon time signatures that aren't overdone, and random extra sounds hitting the song at certain points. The album is vaguely surreal and kind of magical. I mean, it could have very much to do with it being a foreign culture to me, but it is in the form of like pop rock that I'm quite familiar with. It just feels kind of special, like I can't predict it. There's points where he switches up the tone of his voice from being gentle to a shout, and it's so real. Then there's this one track that explodes into a punk song over halfway through. The 8th track has to be my favourite though, because right from the opening the melodies are just there, and the way the guitar twangs slowly is just so awesome. There's so much emotion to that track. Overall, this album is very relaxed, very emotional, and very addictive, to be honest. Lovely stuff. This album cover is awesome as well, kind of representative of the detail to be found within the music. I give this album 8.5 cats out of a possible 10 cats. Great stuff. But yeah, that's about it for this review. Subscribe to the Catman Show, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye.